The PL Show is brought to you by Roma Insecticide Spray and Mosquito Coil.
Welcome to the Phenomenal Lady Show. Thank you very much for making time to watch us in this episode. I'm so excited to meet our guest for this edition. She's an absolutely inspirational woman. You'd want to hear her story of how her talent found her. Interesting, right? We'll find out in a moment when we meet her. The show is brought to you by Roma Mosquito Spray and Coil in Tuntum Master and Feco Spray Starch. Look sharp. My name is Keminni, Amanor, and I'll be right back.
Should you rumor to me?
And Tonton Master, a baby, you want she's so madahati. Roma insecticide spray at that Roma. Interfere, Entatia, make a cheha. No way! Shemikunu, and Tonton Bako crown fanimo. And also a pussy. Roma insecticide spray and mosquito coil. And out there we a show. Roma,
Roma and Tonton Master.
Wow! My uniform looks different.
Feco Spray Starch, Majimo Point. Ratchet, pause. When you want to remember Namunto the morning, I feel you spray starch, Papa. On particles be our water, no wrinkles, smooth ironing.
Yes, Papa. Feco Spray Starch. Me here perfume.
Also, yes, guy.
Feco Spray Starch.
Look sharp.
Look sharp. Look sharp.
Ladies, you will love our next guest if you're a fashionista. Don't worry if you aren't, because you will definitely learn a thing or two. Accessories work together with your outfit to tell your style and who you are even without speaking. Our guest today epitomizes creativity. Her mother knew it, her sister saw it, yet she played obstinate until her now husband saw it. Her creativity even stands out in her brand name. Our guest today is fashion designer and entrepreneur called Pernia Anastasia Abba Coleman Ojukwu.
Welcome back. Now you have met my guest. Her name alone is so global, and we'll find out where all that is coming from. But if you have a bug or mosquito problem, let me tell you that there is a solution for you, which is the Roma insecticide spray. It kills mosquitoes and all crawling and flying insects instantly. It leaves nice and pleasant fragrance in your home or wherever you use it. No headaches, no catarrh anytime you use the Roma insecticide spray. Roma in Tuntum Master. My guest is Pernia, or rather Pernia Anastasia Abba Coleman Ojukwu. Very global name. Where is it coming from?
Pernia, a name my parents gave me. Anastasia Abba is a fancy lady born on a Thursday. Coleman, my surname, and Ojukwu, my husband's name, a Nigerian.
Great, great, from Nigeria.
Yeah.
But you yourself also have a Nigerian
Uncle,
connection.
yeah.
Right, right. So what does Pernia mean? Because we see also that Pernia, which is your brand name, comes from Pernia. Yes.
Pernia means someone who sets good example.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said it's Italian.
Yes.
And obviously you set a good example in the accessories industry.
Yes, I am.
The neck piece you're wearing is so beautiful.
Thank you.
What's the inspiration behind it?
Actually, the inspiration was, it came from plants, just pieces of leaves joined together.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that's what that's the design
That's
you're
just the
wearing.
design, yeah.
Does it mean anything, the fact that you put pieces of leaves together?
No, really.
And think
it
of
just,
something?
I remember when I was creating it, I didn't really have any inspiration.
Okay.
I just had to look around, and the idea just came with the plants next to me, and then I tried putting it together and I got this. Yeah.
I see. So how long have you been designing accessories?
Okay, I've been in the fashion industry since 2012.
Okay.
But starting the accessory line is really interesting. I started with the clothing. And when I started with the clothing, I remember when I started a year into the design and the fashion, the work I was working with left. And I also stuck with my mother, who is also a designer. We started designing together, but the orders got too much, so we had to stop. And then when we got stuck, I didn't get the right workers, so I had to break. So I had a break. And then there was this day, I had a break for I think a year. So there was this day I was just lying on my bed. I was sleeping and I had a dream. I was working on pieces.
In that dream?
11 pieces of designs.
Right.
Everything perfect. It was so vivid. So I just had to, I woke up, I called my mother that this was the design I saw.
Thank you.
And this is what I think I should try. And I tried it. And I got my first debut collection.
The same designs from your dream?
I had it.
Because it was that vivid?
Yes, it was that vivid. And I had my first collection. So that's how I started the accessory collection.
So when did the accessories begin?
The accessories started in, I think, 2015. The first collection came out in 2015, July.
Right.
July 2015,
Right.
yeah.
Now, because of the connection you have made to your dream, I'm tempted to ask you about your faith.
Yeah.
How much of a role did that play in your business?
Basically, everything I do, I would say I'm a very religious person. That was how I was brought up by my mother. My father is not that spiritual, no.
Okay.
But my mother is. So I got everything from her. She brought us up in a very spiritual way. So yes, everything I am now, I believe it was God who made it possible. It wasn't by my own strength.
Right. So what was the reaction from your mom, or you told your mom about your dream?
Yes, I did.
Did you tell anybody else at the time?
I've had a few interviews. I've told them, and they've been amazed.
So what did your mother say about your dream?
The dream. My mother wasn't surprised because, interestingly, my mother is also a designer.
Okay.
And I remember she was into dressing of wedding brides, and then also event organization. And anytime she had an event, she had a dream. And
she also had a dream.
she also had it.
It runs in the family,
And the interesting part is, my mother and myself, we are both in her line, actually, her family. We have that talent. So I didn't study fashion. Okay. My mother didn't study fashion. It's just a talent we have.
Okay. But you talked about how things did not run, fluidly when you started.
Exactly.
So when you started the clothing line, what was it called?
It was Pernia.
It was still Pernia?
Yeah. I remember before I even started, there is a story there as well.
Okay.
I remember I was in London when I came back in 2010. And when I got back, to be honest with you, I knew I had to get into fashion. But when I came back, because I stayed there for 9 years, when I came back, looking at the fashion industry, I was really scared to start. Honestly, I was really scared because I noticed they had gone far in the fashion industry. And the fear of how are they going to accept me? How am I going to even be able to cope with the stage they are in? So I couldn't start. I remember my mom was pushing me that I need to start from somewhere. And then
so where did you find the courage to then start?
Okay, then my husband, who was then my boyfriend, he encouraged me. I remember there was this day he came over. We had several fights over it. He told me, you know what you want to do, so why don't you take the step? And I was like, I'm scared. And he was like, no, you have to try. So I remember there was this day he came to Ghana from Nigeria. We had a fight. He sat me down and was like, today we need to find the name, we need to find the logo, we need to start.
So who picked the name? You or your husband?
I did.
You picked the name?
I did.
Okay, so you finally then started with clothing.
Yes, I did.
How does the market respond to the Pernia brand of clothes?
Of clothes, it was good. It was really good. Like I said, when we started, the workers left, and my mother and I, we got stuck with the orders, so we couldn't take it because then I didn't have enough workers, so we had to stop. Okay. That was when the accessories came in.
Okay, but someone would say that once you were getting a lot of orders, that should have pushed you perhaps look for new workers and then, you know, do the job because you're going to get some money. Why didn't you do that?
I did. I remember I had a few workers, but the interesting thing I noticed was any worker I got, they were not giving me what I wanted. They wanted to give me what they could offer. But I'm kind of a perfectionist. I want everything to details, very good work, but they were not ready to offer that. I remember I had a few workers, I even had to pay them to train them, but at the end of the day, they left. They thought I was stressing them too much, so we had to pause.
Okay, so how long did you pause before accessories came in?
1 year.
1 year.
Yeah.
Now, looking back, what would you say about your need to pause within that period because you were not getting the quality you desired? What looking back, what would you say about it? Was it worth it?
It was worth it. It was worth it because that pause made me learn a lot of things. From the beginning to where I paused, I learned a lot of things, and through it all, maybe I wouldn't have started with accessories, which has brought me this far. So yeah, I think it's worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you do accessories, and so when you're designing your accessories, what usually is your style you use? What is in your mind when you're designing those accessories? Where does the inspiration come from?
Basically, I would say when it comes to designing, inspiration could come from just anything. Anything around you could inspire you. The weather, the trees, the person next to you could inspire you.
Right. So you started the accessories line. How did you penetrate the market? Because then we had back in 2015, that was when the accessory market
began.
Yeah. So how did you penetrate?
Okay, I penetrated through, like I said, when the collection came out, it was really a good collection. I wouldn't say it's because it's mine, but the reviews I received was amazing, because I remember the first day I posted the pictures, I think online, I think I had about 40 orders, which was amazing. And then I had a few, that was when I had This Day Graphic in Nigeria contact me for an interview. So they posted my works, and then Lioness Africa from South Africa, they saw my works, they posted it, they had an interview with me. So from there, that was how I penetrated. People got to know the brand. So I wouldn't say it was that difficult. It's just grace, I would say.
Did you start selling in Ghana before we got to know about you, or you did all these international?
I did all the international before
Ghana.
Before
we got to know.
Yeah.
Why do you think that happened?
I would say the quality of what I produced was amazing, one. And two, when I started the brand, my target has always been international. So my struggle has always been, how am I going to make products that will meet up with the international standard? Okay. So that was the mentality, the idea of everything when I started. So
how long did it take Pernia accessories to penetrate the Ghanaian market, to be accepted by your own people?
By my own people, I would say that's 2015 to, I think it's just around 2017.
That you started getting the recognition.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? That it took so long for the home base to understand and see you for your creativity?
I didn't feel bad.
Right.
Like I said, I know the Ghanaians, I know my people. So it wasn't anything new. But the fact that I was being recognized outside was a plus for me. Because I remember 2018, I was nominated for Entrepreneur of the Year at Divas of Color in London, and another awards in America. So it was okay. Like, it boosted my morale that definitely we'll get to a point my Ghanaian people would
know you, and today we know you. But I'm not sure if those awards and all these nice things you're telling us came easy to you. What were some of the challenges you encountered as first of all, you were a returnee.
Yeah.
Second, you wanted to do business as a returnee.
Yep.
So within that period, from clothing to the transition to Pernia accessories, what were some of the challenges you encountered as an entrepreneur?
The first challenge I faced was my father did never, till date, he's not been able to accept what I do.
Oh, really? Why?
Yes.
Why that?
I just hope one day
Even now that you're making a lot of money from it.
I hope he's going to watch this program, and at least that would change his mind.
Okay.
He has never been, so he has been my first challenge, because he didn't agree since time for me to do fashion
What
or
did he
art.
want you to be?
He wanted me to study business, accounting and all that, which I started though. But at the end of the day, I had to stop and get back to my passion, my talent.
Would business and the others have made you happy?
No, never. It wouldn't have, no way. Because at a very tender age, I knew I was art inclined. I loved it. And in secondary school, I did visual arts. I completed that St. Louis Kumasi. I wanted to get into full-time arts. He says no. So I had to stop. And I went to IPS 202, which I couldn't complete because I had to travel.
So has it strained the relationship between yourself and your dad?
It has.
It's put a strain. How bad is it?
It's been bad. But with time, I think for the past 2 years, he got really acquainted with the idea that I'm not doing what he wanted me to do.
Right,
So yeah,
right.
that has been my major challenge.
So from the very beginning, it was, the relationship was so strained. You guys were not talking, perhaps?
We used to talk, but there was one thing with my dad. We didn't grow up with that father-daughter relationship. He was a father. We never lacked anything. He made sure financially we never lacked, but he was never at home. So we naturally we didn't have
It wasn't
that bond.
there. And then
Yes.
this one added
Yes, so you can
onto-
just imagine the
onto-
strain. Yeah.
onto it.
Yeah.
Well, how difficult was it to talk to your father then when you started? Because this is the
When
man
I started,
you knew.
I didn't tell him.
You didn't tell him?
No, so he just came over to my place and noticed that I was doing this, and it was like, because I told him I had to travel, and then he gave me a little money to support me to travel again, and then he came back and he was like, you didn't travel, and I said no, I had to invest the money in my business.
That's a white lie, isn't it? Because you needed the money to
Yes,
invest
exactly.
in your business.
So I
Right.
told him no, I couldn't travel. I wanted to invest it in the business. He was like, what business is it? And I told him fashion, and that was where the problem started. Yeah, but with time, even though he's not been happy with it, he has tried to get used to the idea that his daughter didn't do what he wanted her to do.
Indeed. So besides that problem with, or the challenge, let me put it that way, the challenge with your dad not getting into the fold of what you want to do, what else did you face as an entrepreneur?
Another challenge was with workers. You get the workers, definitely, but when I got into this business, what I noticed was definitely you have a lot of workers around, but the thing is, most of them, when studying the craft as in sewing, beadwork, they don't really study very well. Now, you take them in, you employ them, definitely I have what you need to offer me, but most times they really want to offer you what they want to offer you. They don't want to work hard, but they want to get paid. They don't want corrections, they don't want to polish up. So it all makes it very difficult. So you need to really be very patient to take all that and be able to train them through, so that you can get the perfect work that you need.
Right.
Yeah.
So you had a strange relationship with your dad because of your passion, and then again you got into the industry and realized that you had staff who wouldn't listen or take correction from you, and we're not giving you the quality that you want.
That is it.
How did you, in all of that mess, keep focus? How did you encourage yourself that no matter what happens, I'm going to do this?
The way I encourage myself, one, I would say I had a good support back. My support team are amazing. My mother, she was number one, pushing me all through. My two sisters, we 3 girls. I'm the first, and there are 2 other ladies. So they were there for me. They always kept on pushing me. My husband used to push me as well. And the reason why I didn't give up was the fact that, one, I prayed about it, and I knew it was something I had to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That was what, I always say, everyone was created with a destiny, with a path. We all have a path, we all have a purpose. Our God is not a God who doesn't create with a purpose. Even a common manufacturer, you manufacture a product with a purpose in mind.
Right.
So everyone has a purpose. So I knew my purpose was to do this. I prayed about it. I knew that was it. So I knew no matter the challenge, if I struggle and I fight hard and I persist, definitely I'll succeed. So those are the things that kept me going. Yeah.
I see. That's very instructive. And again, it tells us a little more about you, as you have already told us. You're a very religious person. So you face these challenges, you managed to overcome them your own way, thanks to also the support group that you have back at home. Did you face pricing challenges also? Because again,
Yes,
back then, we didn't have a lot of people who were interested in this because it was just taking off.
Yes. With the international market, I didn't really face a problem, but with Ghanaians, they love the product, but they would call and they would tell you it's expensive, without looking at the quality, without looking at the detailed work you've done, without looking at everything you've invested in the product. So that was where the challenge was. It was with Ghanaians, but not with outsiders.
Right. So then, how did you deal with the Ghanaian situation? Because this is your home base too. This is where you manufacture from, and we want to use some of your product, but we don't have the money. How did you deal with it?
What I did was I had to, with the products, if the product is bigger, I just gave the customers choices. So, for instance, if you want a piece and the piece was created to be bigger, you have a choice to order it smaller.
Right.
The more you order smaller, the price will reduce. So I gave the customers choices. For instance, if you have a piece and the design I've made, you have the choice to take out some of the designs if you want to. If it's 10 pieces, you have the choice to take just one out of the 10. So that beats down the price. So that was how I was able to maneuver around that.
When we come back, we'll go a bit more into the family matters. Now you have a family of your own. We'll talk about that and how that mixes with work. There's so much thoughts about how women can or cannot have it all. Let's have that conversation when we come back. But before I take the break, where do you think Pernia would be in the next half decade? In the next 5 years.
Pernia, I see Pernia being a household name. A household name like Zara.
Right.
Yes. A Ghanaian version of Zara. So yeah.
A global version of
exactly.
Let's put it that way. A global version of Zara.
Yeah.
Zara came to meet I beg your pardon. It came to meet a lot of brands, but it became Zara.
Exactly.
So would Pernia. I'm prophesying in your business.
Thank you.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Should you rumor to me?
And Tonton Master, a baby Jumanamo. She's so madahati. Roma insecticide spray at that Roma. Interfere, Entatia, make a cheha. No way! Shemikuno and Tonton Bako crown fanimo. And also a pussy. Roma insecticide spray and mosquito coil. And my old there we show. Roma,
Roma and Tonton Master.
Wow! My uniform looks different.
Feco spray starch. Majimo point. Rachi. Pause. When you want to remember namunto the moon. Afi ni spray starch papa. Onja particles be or water. No wrinkles. Smooth ironing.
Yes, papa. Feco spray starch. Me here perfume.
Also, yes, guy.
Feco spray starch.
Look sharp.
Look sharp. Look sharp.
Yena. Maketiano, why are you?
Oh!
Tum preco.
Sasso.
Mwa.
Sasso.
Papa no, oh you sasso. You na you sasso.
Yes. Any sasso. Madam, any sasso. What?
Sasso.
E mo beyond that down. Sasso. E kum tum. Ni mwa sasso. Kum tum preku.
Welcome back to the PL Show. My name is Keminni Amanor. We have been talking about accessories the first half of the show, and this time we're showing you some of them. And our guest Pernia of Pernia Accessories would share with us how to use some of these accessories, and if you need it, you always know where to find her. The PL Show is brought to you by Roma Mosquito Spray and Coil in Tuntum Master, Feco Spray Starch, Look Sharp. We're filming here at the Labadi Beach Hotel, and my costume is by Anna Simba. Find Anna Simba on social media handles, Anna Simba _official on Instagram and Anna Simba by Zita on Facebook. Let's come back to our accessories. What have we got here? Well, what we've got here we'll talk about in a moment.
Sure.
But I promise our viewers that we'll talk about your family and how you have mixed that with starting your business, running your business, and sustaining your business. Right. So what has it been like for you mixing family and business? There are those who are not able to mix the two.
I haven't found it difficult really, because my husband isn't really in Ghana. He comes and he goes. So I have that freedom to work. I have that. And the reason why I am in Ghana is we decided I stay in Ghana to build a brand before I travel out. Yeah.
Do you have any children? I know people do not
No,
like
I don't
women
have children yet.
Right, right. So it makes it easy for you.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah. That's wonderful.
I know,
wonderful
right?
news for you. So again, I'd want us to look at business sustainability. Okay, how do you sustain a business like this? You have a niche market, yes.
Yeah.
A niche market that can afford what you build.
Yeah.
But how does that sustain you as a business?
As a business, the first thing you need to know, especially in the creative industry, you need to move with trends, one. You need to be very extremely creative, because every moment new designers are coming up extremely creative, also wanting to push and make a name in the industry. So if you aren't that creative, there is no way you can sustain the business.
Right. So there are those who learn what you do.
Yeah.
We see a lot of those posters or bills in town where they are asking for people to come and train. Exactly. And there are those who know it naturally. So this issue about creativity, can somebody just learn how to do this and then you're good to go?
You can learn it. Definitely. There's nothing you set your mind to that you can't do. You can't do it. But what I have noticed is from experience, if you have it in you, if it's a natural thing, it's a talent, it's easier. And the minute you polish up, you learn more. It's amazing. But with someone who has to really learn it, it takes a lot of effort to really get to a level of someone who naturally has it inbuilt and is learning more to polish up. That's the difference.
Right. So let's look at the accessories. We've been talking about them for a long time. Do you source your raw materials from here in Ghana?
Yes, I do.
Right. You tell us where you got some of these things, but let's get our model in now. You do the work. How many beads are there? 1,000? A million?
I didn't count.
Aish.
That's a lot.
Really, really nice beads.
Thank you.
Will this fade?
No.
It doesn't?
No, it wouldn't.
Oh, transformed. You're so transformed. Your black shirt looks like $1 million shirt. Wow. So what is this one called?
This one is just a new design I'm creating.
A new design you created.
So I'm not
inspired by what or who?
I started with a collection which I've not completed. That's the Phoenix Rising collection, which I designed this year. And the inspiration came from the Maasai tribe in Tanzania, Kenya. So that's where I had
I can see that. So where do you sense a piece like this? Which occasion do you use a piece like this?
This piece can be, you can take it to an award show. You can take it to a dinner, depending on how you match it with
What kind of dresses or outfits would you match with this one?
What kind of outfit? With this outfit she's wearing, it's perfect. The only thing I'll change about hairdressing right now is a pair of shoes and then
the pants.
And the pants.
And the
exactly.
pants and the pants. Okay,
Yeah.
let's put on something else. I think we have a few others here. What's this one called? Is it also from the Rising
That
Phoenix?
one is also part of another piece. It's not a complete piece.
But it looks wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
This detail here is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's not a complete piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is a very well. It looks simple this
It
way, but
looks-
you say it's not a
No, it's
a
not.
complete piece.
No.
So where do I take something like this?
You can take it to the church. You can have it for a casual outing. Yeah.
Can I take it to a wedding?
Of course, definitely. It all depends on how you blend their clothes.
The clothes.
Yeah,
The clothes. Let's look
exactly.
at another piece.
Sure.
This one is it has a bangle or is it a bracelet?
A bangle, yes.
Right. And earrings. It's a whole set.
It's
on
a
this
whole
one.
set, yeah.
Which one can I wear? Maybe I'll wear this one.
This goes that
Right.
way.
Can I model the earring for you? You don't need it. How do I look?
You look good. Yeah, so this is it.
Oh, I would have done it the other way.
No.
This
it.
is pretty.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that's it. That's how it looks.
And you match it with an earring, or you
Yes.
can do it separately.
You can do it separately.
Okay. Right. So what's the next piece we should try?
We can try.
Is it from the Rising Phoenix?
No.
Okay. And everything is locally sourced.
Yes, it
Does
is.
it make doing business of this sort in Ghana easy and less capital intensive?
It's not less capital intensive
Okay.
because the things are expensive, really expensive.
Okay.
That's what a lot of customers don't really understand. Things here are expensive, and another challenge is you get a particular bead. The next moment you go, you don't have it
You
on the
don't have
market
it
again. Yeah.
So does it make your designs one, in so many?
Yes, it does, and I take the advantage of it because, like I said, I give customers choices. So because I have that challenge, I normally give the customers an option to change the colors. So it benefits
And how do they
me.
take that? Because some customers will tell you
Some
no,
customers don't take
I
it.
want what I asked for. And this is a headpiece.
Yeah.
That should fit somewhere
It's
here for me.
perfect for
yeah,
you.
you should put it in
Sure.
for me. I'm your new model now.
I need hairpins to make it work. But
Oh, you need hair before my wig falls out.
this is okay. It would work.
Yes. I look great.
Yeah, you
We should
do.
take a picture like that.
I know.
But thank you very much.
You're most
We'll take this one
welcome.
off. We'll take this one off.
Sure.
Thank you very much,
You're
my
welcome.
darling, for
Thank you.
accepting to model our pieces for us. Let's just put them back here.
Sure.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for adding the icing to our cake. Thank you very much for coming to meet.
You're welcome.
Pernia. Pernia, you're thrilled to see her, aren't you?
I am so thrilled.
Is it the first time you're meeting her?
Personally, yes.
Personally, yes. You've been watching her on TV a lot.
Yes.
And what do you think about her?
I admire her.
Right.
She just inspires you
Uh-huh.
to work harder.
What do you think about Pernia's pieces?
Beautiful, beautiful. You know, I'd heard about her, but when they called me, the producers of the show called me and told me that they would want me to surprise her. I googled her and I saw some of the amazing pieces she makes. I mean, look at what she's wearing. You know, very creative. And I'm
Yes.
sure it takes a lot of time.
She told us that she was inspired by leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see.
Okay. Yes, yes,
You
yes,
get
yes.
the impression
Yes,
now.
yes.
The
The
details
story behind
in it. Yeah.
the art, right?
Yes,
Yes. Very beautiful.
What would you like to style Henny Ear with?
With what she's wearing, the perfect piece will pair with the face.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me try that.
Okay, and the earrings too. I'll help you with that.
Yes, please.
So what's this material? What is it called?
It looks
It looks like shells.
Yes, I was going to say that, yes.
And then this one. Perfect fit indeed.
Now, what I would like to tell you is that it's not easy. I know it is not easy. I don't think you're doing this just for the fun of it. And the fact that you're good at it, it's obvious. I mean, no doubt, you're good at what you're doing. But being good at it is not good enough. You need to be passionate about it. You need to be willing to sacrifice for it. You know, as an entrepreneur, I know that you understand that there will be phases. There'll be good times, there'll be bad times. I tell people that this is a journey. This journey called life has the good, has the bad, has the ugly, has the beauty. It has everything. There are times when you'll be running. There'll be times that you have to sit at one place. When the good times come, remember, this is a good time. Enjoy it, but then ask yourself, what next? When the bad times or difficult, let me not say, the challenging times come, know that it's a phase. It will pass. It's not good enough reason for you to give up. Just keep pushing one step at a time. Every time ask yourself, so far so good, so what? What is next? So far not too good, so what? What is next? Where do I go from here? Always add something. In the next year or two, I want to see you, I want to, Google you and see that you've come out something else. Don't settle. You are good, you are excellent, but don't settle. There's so much you can do. So I wish you all the best, and I know you're going to make all of us proud.
Thank you. I told you we were going to love today's edition of the program. Thank you very much to Pernia of Pernia Accessories and to Ohenere Gifty Auntie, who agreed to spice up our program by surprising Pernia for us. Thank you very much, ladies. It's time now for us to check out what's happening in the world as far as women are concerned in #trending.
Should you rumor to me?
Tonton master, ebe ye jumanamo. Kwese o madahati. Roma insecticide spray ada Roma. Entafre, entatia, mekeche ha. No way. Shemikunu. Tonton bako kra fanemo. Eno so a empusi. Roma insecticide spray and mosquito coil. Emma wo dem we sham. Roma, ekwe.
Roma and Tonton Master.
Wow, my uniform looks different.
Feco spray starch. Majimo point. Rachi, pause. When you want to na munto do mo. Afi ni enya spray starch papa. Onja particles be or water, no wrinkles, smooth ironing.
Yes, papa. Feco spray starch. Me here perfume.
Also, yes, guy.
Feco spray starch.
Look sharp.
Look sharp. Look sharp.
Yena. Makechiano, why are you?
Oh!
Tum preku.
Saso.
Mwa.
Saso.
Papa no, oh you saso. You na you saso.
Yes. Any saso. Madam, any saso. What?
Saso.
Emo beyond that dao. Saso. Ekum tuntum. Ni mwa saso. Kum tuntum preku.
Fashion has to do with things ranging from clothes, makeup, not forgetting hairstyles, etc. And just as other fashion attributes change with time, so must our hairdo. Today on your favorite segment, #trending, we find out which hairstyles are currently highly patronized and hairstyling tricks every woman should know. My name is Ellie Harris. My guest on today's episode of #trending is the woman behind one of Ghana's top beauty havens, and she goes by the name Mrs. Joanna Frimpong. How are you doing, Joanna?
I'm doing wonderful. Yourself?
I'm great, thank you. It's good to see you again.
Same here, honey.
I know it's every day, maybe how, but this time it's to get education on what's trending currently when it comes to hair. Let's talk about how did you What informed your decision to establish a salon business?
Okay, I have a nursing background to start with. I just realized during school time I was able to do my friend's hair without even learning how to do so. So I felt like I had that thing in me, that passion was in me without even having any professional attached to it. So it was until school completion that I started thinking of really going into it professionally. So yeah, that was it.
And you're here 3 years.
3 years down the line, I'm still here, a hairstylist and a salon owner.
Let's talk about hair. How can one maintain a beautiful hair?
Okay, so it varies. When it comes to straight hair, you don't need, if it's a human hair, we have the virgin hair, you don't need extra oils and other products to it. All you need is, I have one product, it's my secret, I don't want to share it out there, but it's just to take the frizz out of it. It makes it shiny, and that's it. I don't put too much products in my original, like the virgin hair. And then when it comes to the, let's say the wavy and then the curly hair, you just need water. Water is good. Nothing else. Don't put more products. It's just like your hair. Don't put any product. If you put too much product, you know, the dust and everything absorbs into the hair and it becomes very dry and dirty, if I have to put it that way. So all you need is water. Just water. You comb through. I sometimes comb through with my hands or a wider brush, and then you're good to go.
I saw you earlier take us through some procedures. What are some of the trending hairstyles?
Okay, so we have the full locks. It's trending. It's really trending, and we have the stitch cornrows. We have the 360 frontals. We have the other frontals, and if you want the full locks, we can braid on it. If you want the box braids, we can braid on it, and if you want the singles, the Senegalese twist, any other braid you want, we can use the frontal for it.
I saw you earlier doing the cornrow braids. This is the first time I'm seeing that.
Really?
How long does it take to get it sorted?
Okay, I would say it depends on the busy schedule. Normally, schedules are really busy, so I give them maximum a week. Sometimes it goes up to 2 weeks for us to make one. It's just like the way you wear your wig caps with a curly and then the straight hair. That's just it. Nothing special. It's just that with the braid caps, if you're not somebody who can work your way through styling, it makes it difficult because you have to position it on your head in such a way that it will fit and looks good on your face. Because some people don't know how to, you know, work their way through the wig caps. If it's supposed to be in the middle, it will be half middle, and it will look weird at the end of the day. Because positioning the hair on your head is really important if you know how to work your way through it. So I don't really recommend frontal braids to clients who do not even know how to style simple things, simple hair. If you don't know how to do that, because sometimes I know there are wigs that you don't need a glue for it, you just use the band and that's fine. But there are some too that you have to glue. So if you can't glue it at home, I don't really advise clients. Yeah, exactly. Then you have to come over to the salon for us to do it for you. I love braids. When you go through my page, you would see maximum of my pictures are braids, and I love braids. I'm in braids right now. Braids makes you so classy. It's so easy to do braids because it goes hand in hand. You can do braids to any occasions. Different. All you have to do is to style it. I can just hold it as a band, just leave it on me, just like this. Different ways of styling it, and you're good to go. And you can swim with it. I'm not going to take off my wig just to go to the poolside.
Creativity has gone a notch higher as some conventional looks have been given some twist. What are some of these styles? What has changed?
I would say, basically nothing has changed. But One important thing is, I'll take the faux locks for instance. We used to, let's say 5 years back or 6 years back, we used to braid it very hard. That's in Chi we'll say the banchindria. That's how people used to term it. But now I don't braid that hard faux locks again. It's softer. I know people do still braid the hard ones, but you don't do that. You don't have to be braiding that hard. We learn. It's sad how people still do things like 10 years back or 5 years back. They still repeat the same thing. Things are now easier. Let's say if this is so hard, you won't be able to style it. But when it's softer, it makes it really easy for you to style, and it makes it flexible on you. Unlike the hard one, you can't even leave it on you because it's so hard to the extent that always have to be in style. Like you always have to hold it or style it up. But when you have the softer ones, the soft dreads just fall. Flexible. You have that flexibility in there. You don't have to hold it all the time. It can be on you. Back then, to my knowledge, I don't think we had any 360 frontal. Well, either frontal, just a ear-to-ear frontal. I think the closure came first, and then we had the frontal and the 360 frontal. Yeah, so now we have varieties, and it makes it more easier. Because with the frontal, you can't really raise it like into the band form up, but with the 360, you can do that, and it makes it more nicer and beautiful.
Let's talk about colors. There are so many to choose from on the market. Some people like the single colored extension, while others like to mix it up. But how do you know what is suitable for a color choice?
First of all, I look at the skin color. Skin color is very important when it comes to choosing color for a client. Supposing I take your color and I'm to choose a wig for you, I'm not going to go in for that loud blonde, loud platinum white. It's like that will be too much for you. Okay. We have different shades of blondes. There are some that will suit your color, and I'll look for that and do it for you.
How do you respond to a client who asks for hairstyle, which you know is a huge mistake?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I have clients coming in here with pictures. Oh, I saw this online. Can you do the same for me? Okay, first of all, I look at the face, I look at the picture, and I ask you, sweetheart, do you have the same facial shape? Like in a very nice way. And then you see they'll start laughing. Okay, and I'll explain to you. Okay, all right. So this probably suits her because she has a round face, and you have very straight, or it's two different. Yes, so it won't look exactly the same compared to the picture you've shown me. So I look at you. If I feel like it won't look nice on you, I will do something similar to what you've shown me, but I'll explain to you. I won't just let you come, okay, I've seen it, okay, you're good, sit down, and I'll do something different for you. And if I feel like what I'm going to do won't fit you, I would explain to you, and I will not do it. I will not do it. The way I will put it, it won't get you off or upset you to go away, but it would convince you to do whatever I'll ask you to just to suggest some few styles.
How can a hairstylist build hair clientele?
Yeah, we have something called the internal advertisement and the external one. Okay, so all these two things work together. The first one, I always go by internal because I say if it's not working here, don't take it outside. I won't fake by putting out pictures which are some other work that looking so flashy, and then you come and I won't be able to do it for you. So I say internal. Internal has two parts. One is the good customer service. For instance, when you come to my salon, I treat you very good. You go back, you tell your friends, your families to come back here to do that. And I have so many referrals. It helps a lot, apart from social media. I have so many clients referring their other friends and families to here, to our salon to do their hair. And it helps. It builds my clientele. within a year, I've seen a massive improvement ever since I came back from the States. It's been really good.
Finally, how can one make healthy lifestyle choices to support healthy hair?
Washing your hair once a week is very important. Some people go as long as 1 month not washing their hair, and it makes the scalp very dry. You can get dandruff, and your scalp can just peel off because of the dryness. And then the other thing is you need to treat your hair when you feel like your hair is, not when you feel like, when you come to the salon, we check your hair texture and everything. If it needs treatment, we go ahead and treat it for you. Yes, and then you know how to do the home treatment. When you go home, we give you some products to use at night. Before you sleep, you scarf your hair, just scarf it, excuse me. You don't sleep on a cotton pillow bare like that.
I never knew.
Yeah, you don't. The friction in there, this is cotton. And then when you sleep on it, when you're going back and forth, like turning yourself, and you're not having any hair bonnet on your head, you're just tearing your hair, just making it messy.
Wow.
And some is coming off eventually.
This is an education for me, and I know so many people out there are not aware of this particular fact with the cotton and then your hair not sleeping. Thank you so much for the insight, Joanna. And
You're always welcome. Of course, you're always welcome
I'll come the
here.
next day because your customer service is great. And
Thank
I'll just
you.
be coming.
Thank you.
Only
No problem.
A woman's hair, many believe, is the first most noticeable part of her beauty. It enhances her personality, and with all the variety of hairstyles to choose from, it would definitely make her feel in control and ultimately also feel confident about herself. Thank you to Hair Me Up for this gorgeous piece. Get on my Instagram page, Ellie_Caris, for all the information. Thanks for watching your favorite segment, #Trended. My name is Ellie Caris.
Well, now you know which hairstyle to rock, which one will not suit the shape of your face, or what's happening in the world of hairstyling. Thank you very much for staying with us on this episode of the PL Show. My name is Keminni Amanor. Thanks to all our sponsors, the Labadi Beach Hotel where we film, Roma Mosquito Spray and Coil in Tonto Master, Feco Spray Starch, Look Sharp, and I Look Wonderful thanks to Anna Simba. Thanks to the ladies who passed through the show, Pernia and Ohenere Gifty Auntie. Thank you very much to you two for watching us. We'll see you same time next week. Bye-bye.